Good evening. It's a midweek evening walk. I'm sounding a little bit croaky because I have got a little bit of a cough, and feeling under the weather is probably a good term to use, except that I do know that it's Ascension symptoms, and I do know that they have come to me for a very real reason right now. And I don't know about anyone else, but have you felt this energy shifting? Well, today and tomorrow is a massive energy shift. So if you're feeling a little bit under the weather, if you're feeling that you are in a state of sort of calmness or nothingness, or you feel like something's shifted in some way but you can't explain it, something's changed, you just have a feeling that you're not even sure what you can put a term to it, then this is happening for you right now for a very real reason. And that is, another shift is taking place energetically in the world of awakening and in our journey. And I just wanted to say how very blessed I feel to be able to have a couple of days now where I've had to take my foot off the pedal. I've had to rest and recuperate because my body has demanded it. So we talk about physically keeping ourselves fit, and when you feel like your body suddenly decides you need to rest, it will tell you. And obviously we get these symptoms. We feel under the weather, we feel a bit fluey, we feel a bit tired, and often we'll push through. And I've realized I used to do that a lot. And I used to feel quite guilty, or I was often made to feel in my past life a little bit guilty about not, taking time for myself and not paying attention to all those around me. And it was a horrible way of being. And I would think, well, I just want to rest. And my soul would cry out for that opportunity without having guilt thrown at me. And I never did it. I would keep going and going and going. And effectively what I was doing was pushing it all down within me. That is what I've had to, in the last couple of years, get rid of. And lessons are learned because of it. And I realized the importance of giving my body as much love when it asks for that rest as I do when I know I'm at my peak of fitness and my body wants to energize itself as well. So try and remember that, as give yourself those moments. And it's not fair, or you shouldn't allow others to make you feel that you aren't showing up, or you should, there's time for that. And I know that I will show up in the healthiest possible version of myself very soon again, and that's okay. That's okay, because right now I'm focusing in on what I need. Okay, so that is very important. And while I'm doing this R&R, I won't forfeit my walk. Last night I didn't get very far with the walk, but tonight I'm managing a little bit further and I'm enjoying it. And the sun is still shining in my face, which is lovely. But yesterday, one of my Intuitive Whispers cards that I drew, the only card that came out for me that I asked for guidance with, and it was unraveling. And I knew as soon as I saw the card, that's exactly how I was feeling. What a description. You're unraveling. And really what it explains is it's another layer that you are shedding. It's another part that you are getting rid of. It's that door that you're closing. It's that, I used to think, I've got these dreams and these wishes, and now I'd feel quite sad that my dream has not turned out. But actually it wasn't meant to have. But along the way, what have you learned? And I now look at it in a very different light. So sometimes we feel a bit sad and disappointed, but we don't need to be, and unraveling exactly was what I was feeling yesterday. Luckily today I'm feeling a little bit less unraveled, but obviously there's still some rest that is needed, and my body needs that. And it's not just my body, it's my soul, it's my emotion. We had a bit of a hammering the last couple of weeks, especially last week, and we knew why that was happening. You know, all these shifts in the energy in the planets, and the full moon and then the new moon, and now we're coming up to Mercury retrograde, energy shifts again, and then there's a lunar eclipse, and there's all sorts of things. And when you're a light worker and you're on this sort of spiritual journey, you start to really embody and feel a lot more. And it's how you work with that energy. I've said this before, and how you can really make it work for you in some way. And I'm still learning that. And when my body is telling me rest, then I need to listen and rest. And over the weekend, of course, I didn't really do that. Hence why by Wednesday midweek I am, flat. I've got the cough and the cold, and I'm feeling a little bit under this weather. So I just think, well, we're human. We all have that learning to do. But while I was walking along, I was doing my affirmations, as I always do, and it was just happened to be the gratitude affirmations. And being grateful, for the blessings that are in your life, including the fact that you might not feel 100% well, but that's okay, because there's a reason for that too. And I understand that now, and I wanted to just share that. It might resonate with some people, it might not, but at the end of the day, we can listen, or we don't need to. And I today I worked this morning at 222, and that was all about new beginnings and good fortune coming into my life. And I thought, how lovely. So maybe I'm having this time to rest, recuperate, regenerate, rejuvenate, and something will come along now and really start something fresh and new for me, because that's what I'm asking, that's what I'm calling in, because I know I've had to change and close so many chapters in my life in the last few weeks, and let go of things in order to make space for something new. And physically now my body's doing the same thing, and I trust that. And if you're on a spiritual journey, you might actually understand what I'm talking about. And if you aren't quite understanding it, maybe it's time to just stop for a minute and think, actually maybe you can resonate with it, or learn from this. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud as I'm walking along and enjoying my evening walk. So keep shining your inner light, keep working on your inner healing, and keep trusting that what is on your path right now, focus today, focus step by step, focus tomorrow. Don't worry about the future. The past is finished. We're closing off. We've closed off a lot. We're in a new month with a new moon. So it's time for change. So allow the change to come in. Be grateful for it, and embrace yourself and become the best version you can be for that.